Welcome to Decos D5 Project Management. Today we're going to discuss how Decos D5 can handle all of your project management needs. First, we're going to create a folder registration in the project folder component. Decos uses case management to handle projects. Case management allows you to keep all of your records, addresses, and contacts in one convenient place for easy access. In the project registration, we are going to collect data such as who the project is for, the discount amount, any contacts associated with the project, who's working on the project, and the project budget. Then we're going to create an invoice registration that will have the invoice amount. Also, it will pull the discount amount from the folder and apply that discount amount to the invoice total and then update the project registration. Then we will actually create the invoice itself and save it to the invoice registration. The invoice is created from a template. It pulls data from the project folder and the invoice record. It will pull that data, place it inside of the invoice automatically by clicking one single button. This allows you to save time and effort when creating your invoices. That invoice will then automatically be saved in the invoice registration. Let's begin. First, we're going to create our folder registration. We're going to choose our projects folder, and we're going to select the new item icon in the registration pane. You'll notice that there is no project title. This will be created when we save the registration. We'll choose the client that we're going to do the project for. In this case, it's Microtech. We're going to choose the contact for Microtech. That's going to be Kathy Bates. Then we are also going to link this to our client folder for Microtech. We create these previously, and we create one for every client that we have. We'll give it a project name. In this case, it's going to be Project Mayhem. And we will choose the team that's going to be working on this project. Me and Lindsay Blackstone. We'll give it a project code and a PO. Both of these can be created automatically if you like. And we'll place our discount rate, which will be calculated upon save. And we're going to place our project budget as well, $200,000, and the business type, business intelligent. Next, we're going to place the project description in. In this case, Microtech needs an improved and faster go-to-market strategy. They are currently dealing with mayhem in their company. And we'll save it. When we save it, you'll see that the discount rate has been calculated, as well as the title. Title pulls in the name of the company, the name of the project, and the PO number, and creates a title from all three. Next, we're going to choose the invoice record, and we're going to create our invoice registration in our registration pane. We'll click New Item. We're going to give this registration a title. In this case, it's going to be Discovery. And we'll give a description. It's the discovery process. We're going to link this to our company. And when we link it, first we're linking it to the address component. And this is actually linking to the contact component. And next, we're going to link it to our project. You see here, there's our project name. I'm going to select it. We automatically pull in the PO number, as well as we start the invoice number, which starts with our sequence number. Next, we're going to enter the invoice amount. And when we save this registration, it will calculate the discount amount, which will be $500, and it will subtract that from the invoice amount and give us our invoice total. That amount will then be subtracted from our folder registration's project budget. You see here, here's the $500 and the invoice total, which is $4,500. Next, let's take a look at our projects folder. You can see here our project budget, which was $200,000, has now been updated by $4,500. So let's go back to our invoice record, and we're going to create the invoice now for this registration. We'll click on Files, and we're going to click New Item. Invoice is selected, so we're going to give it a description. This is the Discovery invoice, and we're going to click our green check mark. This will create the invoice for us. And as you can see, the invoice has all of the information that we've entered into the two registrations. It has the invoice number, it actually has the contact and the address for the company. It also has the PO number, the discount, contact as well, the due date, the name of the folder, and the description, the line total, and it has the invoice amount as well as the discount amount and total. All of this has been pulled from the folder in record registration and placed into a template. So it's very easy and convenient to create these invoices. Let's create another invoice. We're going to click New. I'm going to add a title. We'll add this title will be Stage 1. We'll give a description. Update data. Again, we're going to link it to the addresses for Microtech and the contacts, Kathy Bates, and we're going to link it to our project folder. See, it's given a PO number and started our invoice number as well. We'll select the due date for our invoice, and we're going to place the invoice amount. It's $10,000. When we save, our discount amount and invoice total will be calculated, and our project folder will be updated. See, the project budget has been discounted $9,000 again. So we are keeping up with all of our totals for this single project. Let's create the invoice. Click on Files. We'll click New Item. Our invoice is selected. Put in our description. And we're going to click the green check mark. This will create our invoice, and again it will pull all of the data from the folder and record registration, updating our invoice for us and automatically placing that information into a template. Next, we're going to look at our project folder again, and this is the basic concept of case management. Everything is linked to one single place, so we can always come back. You can see here that this has been linked to our client folder. It has all of our records that we just created, the Discovery and Stage 1 invoices, and it's linked to the address that we have for this company and all of the contacts. Case management allows you to save all of your information in one convenient place, so you don't have to go looking for it in several different components. Today we looked at Decos D5 project management and how Decos can handle all your project management needs. First, we created a folder registration in our projects folder. We added the information such as the client, client contact, who is going to be working on the project, and the budget for the project itself. We then created a record registration in our invoice record, and we added the information again, such as the client. We linked that to our client folder as well. We entered in the invoice amount, and then we subtracted the discount amount from that invoice amount, and that gave us our invoice total. We then subtracted that invoice total from the budget of the project from the project folder. Then we went back and we created the invoice from a template, pulling in data into that template from both the record registration and the folder registration. We then created another invoice doing the same thing, and then we looked at the folder to look at how Decos D5 deals with projects with case management. Case management giving you an easy, convenient way to handle your projects and to be able to look at your data in one convenient place. Hope you've enjoyed Decos D5 project management. If you'd like to learn more about Decos, please go to www.bac-atl.com.